You're listening to The Real Estate Ride. Make sure to subscribe and enjoy the show.
You should be having fun while you work, so you're in your unique genius space when you're doing what you're meant to be doing within the company. So if you need to delegate stuff to your team, do that. If you need to find somebody for on your team that does certain items, then know exactly what those items are so that you can go in and hire specifically to that position and to those strengths. Not everybody is meant to be in the position that you currently have them in potentially for your company. So, use the DISC test from Tony Robbins, use the PI index. Hey everybody, it's Annie, and Jay is actually out today with a migraine. So I am bringing you an episode of Real Estate Ride all by myself, in the office all by myself. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but I wanted to come in and give you a new episode. And let's talk about women in business, especially in the construction business and house flipping business, and everything that Jay and I do is not a typical woman career or women field. And we honestly come up against it, right, as women. And we have to know our stuff and know even more than what we probably need to so that we don't look like we don't know what we're talking about. Although I don't know if other women feel this way or not, but a lot of the time I personally experience things that a contractor, for instance, says, you know what, I talked to Jay and Jay did not say that, or Jay said this and now you're telling me that. As if my husband and my business partner and I don't ever speak throughout the day or throughout the week. Typically, we are 100% in communication, typically. Now, there are some days where we aren't, but honestly, they try anything and everything to get to where I am the one that looks like an idiot or looks like I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry. But let's be clear. I make sure that I know what I'm speaking about and what I'm doing. And I have done a lot of the same things that I'm asking my contractors to do personally. I have soldered plumbing. I have put out drywall. I have mudded and taped drywall. I have painted. I've done plumbing. The only thing I haven't done is electric because I don't want to be shocked. And I have helped Jay do electric as well. So I have had my hands in lots of different things, roofing, everything that we do as far as rehabbing is concerned. So I personally want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. And then the guys question everything that I say, basically. They treat me differently than they would Jay. They give me more attitude than they even would have thought giving Jay. And they just give me a run for my money all of the time. Some of it is in joking manners, but a lot of it are people that don't know me, don't know my background, don't know what I'm capable of or what I've done personally. I do personally have 3 master's degrees, one in business, one in accounting, and one in education. So I'm highly educated, and I have lots of student loans to prove it, but I don't feel like I'm using my degrees necessarily in the traditional manner that they're meant for, but definitely running a construction business, a flipping business, a funding business, a coaching business, all of it comes into play, right? So, but I, especially in the construction side of things, feel as if women get challenged a lot more than men, whether it's at a box store or a construction store or a construction site or dealing with subcontractors, any of that. So just know your stuff and it will get better. For any of those that are struggling, it's now 10 years with this construction business for us, going on year 11. And I still get challenged a lot by outside people and people that even work for us, saying, that they're on site and they know what they're doing and they do. And that's why they work for us. But the attention to detail that comes from females, like inherently versus males are not the same. And in my experience anyway, and that doesn't go like a full blanket of males versus females, but the attention to detail and just, you know, the ability to keep 10,000 balls in the air, juggling all of them at the same time, is really more of a female attribute in my experiences and in my opinion. But you know, you can do it. You can do it yourself. There are lots of women in this field. There are lots of women in the flipping field, contractor and business owner wise. So don't second guess yourself. Make sure you know what you're talking about. And if you don't, then Google it or YouTube it or get a book from the library if that's something that you do. Learn all you can so that you come across as a professional first and foremost and know what you're talking about, because you will get questioned a lot more than men do, which is not something that should be happening, but it is happening. So we just have to face it. But there are a lot of things that I get overlooked on as far as other people looking in, thinking that I don't know what I'm talking about when I do. And Jay is a licensed contractor, and he and I have multiple discussions about multiple things. We really have our own key positions within our company, which is crucial as far as I'm concerned as well. Know your lane kind of thing and your unique genius abilities, so that you are actually performing at your top level of production and just joy and fulfillment within your company. It should not be a pain in the butt to go to work every day. Now, granted, we do have those days, right? But you should be having fun while you work. So you're in your unique genius space when you're doing what you're meant to be doing within the company. So if you need to delegate stuff to your team, do that. If you need to find somebody for on your team that does certain items, then know exactly what those items are so that you can go in and hire specifically to that position and to those strengths. Not everybody is meant to be in the position that you currently have them in potentially for your company. So, use the DISC test from Tony Robbins, use the PI index. And if you need something as far as PI, let me know, because we have a great individual that can help with that. The PI and DISC, if you don't know what those are, predicted index and the DISC test, they are personality tests of sorts. They can help figure out, who needs to be in your company, where, and in what position, based on their strengths, based on their attention to detail, based on their cognitive abilities, based on how they handle certain situations and how they interact with other people. So you may have to rearrange your group of people that you work with and that you have on your team. And that's okay. Optimization and constructive criticism and making adjustments along the way are always things that we look into and we look at, and how we can do it better. Not only how we can provide the customer with better service, but how we can provide the best product, how we can provide the best outcome for all of us. Policies and procedures. That's where I'm at. Jay's kind of like the sales guy and the head of the company, and I'm the behind the scenes person and putting everybody and every piece of the puzzle in place so that it fits cohesively and works well together. There's a lot of different aspects that you can look at as far as that's concerned too, but those two, DISC test and PI index, are crucial for figuring that out with very little work. So if you need any information on that, let me know. And just building your team players so that they know, you do know what you're talking about. You do know what you're doing. This is a company that you are 100% involved in, and this is how it's going to run. Don't let them walk all over you. Don't let them give you a bunch of crap all the time, because that happens almost. Now, I'm not saying be a stickler and be a hard ass and don't joke around with them, but keep them in their lane and let them know when they're getting a little too feisty for you as an owner or as a company officer or whatever you want to call it. So it has definitely been quite the trip for me over the past almost 11, 12 years now. So I just wanted to stop in and say, hey, and let you know how crazy this has all been with the construction side specifically, with having me as part of that company and giving them orders, so to speak. And that's a crucial thing too. There are a lot of male individuals that have a difficult time taking order and direction from females in a job placement career type situation. So that is the thing that you have to kind of figure out the nuances of that too. But like we said, we're bringing you the good, the bad, and the ugly in real estate. So there you have it. Hope you have a great day. Check back in later.
Hey everybody, it's Jay.
This is Annie.
We are so grateful for you joining us on our podcast and listening in and participating. We want to offer you this additional free bonus, and that is joining our Facebook group.
Yes, where we will have other individuals, not just us, but having conversations on all things real estate, and we would love to have you join us. So just click the link below and head on over and join our group.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the other side.